just gotta go. We're breaking this place down. All just prove people wrong. Since I had started calling myself that, I have had many instances where I have proven people wrong. I was really hoping that we would be able to divide and conquer with this kind of thing. That is like one of the coolest things. You can't think too hard about it. Yeah, the longest run, it gets taken away. Here I come out of nowhere. We're gunning for everybody. I originally, when I started training, was training to be
Ladies and gentlemen, hosted by Coach C, Chris Sanders, this is Best for Business.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Best for Business. This one is wild. Legit one of the first indie guys I've ever saw at like 12 years old. John Steele, man, thank you for doing this.
Absolutely, brother. I am so happy.
Yeah.
Apologize. I had to hound you like a dog to get on this show
Yeah.
because I'm seeing all the boys get on here,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering where's my spot, where's my opportunity. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm glad that you finally have me on here. It's you got a really cool program going
Thank you.
on. I've seen a bunch of interviews. And with a bunch of guys that I love, and really cool stuff, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you were always at the top of my list, but like even in school, like I don't know how, like somehow I got dean's list, but in classes, like I'd just be sitting there writing, like I get bored and be like, all right, let's write 100 guests I want to have on, and then I'd start bumping people. And when yours airs, I'm gonna be starting to do 2 a week now, so I have to pump out even more content. But like you got to grow somehow, so I'm trying.
Oh, dude, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
good. You got to keep busy, and
Yeah.
the more work you could get, the more you could put out, and
Yeah.
there's so many opportunities and doors that get open for you.
So
With
speaking
that.
of opportunities, I'm curious. It's still crazy to me, like even seeing me on a Zoom call with you. I remember middle school going to XWA Thursday night throwdowns. You were the highlight of the show, but I don't think I've ever asked you, what was your introduction? How did you get involved in wrestling?
How did I get involved in
Yeah. What
wrestling?
made you pursue it at first?
Well, I got I started becoming a fan when like around the age of like 11 or 12.
Nice.
Um, and that was like around 2011, 12, 13, around there somewhere. Punk
Yeah.
was champion, Sheamus was US champ. It was like real PG hard
Yeah.
era. Um, but I was really into the stuff that was like before that, and I really liked what I saw.
Yeah.
And for a few years, I was like getting more and more into it, and started thinking like it would be kind of cool to do something like this, man. It
Yeah.
looked like it's a fun time, and
Hmm.
everybody dresses cool, and they got this awesome music. So at some point, I got a little older, and I was looking to like see some live shows.
Yeah.
Shows. For a little bit, I wasn't too interested in seeing like any WWE events that came in the area. I was very like, uh, um, I liked being home a lot. So
Yeah.
like, introverted.
Yeah.
I could be introverted, so I like to stay home. I didn't want to be at the big crowd events. But I got older, got a little, bolder, and I just wanted to see whatever was in the area. Because soon I started finding out about indie wrestling,
Yeah.
and that was like a whole other world. It was like, oh, okay, you got all these guys. He came from here, he came from there, and I want to see what was around. And um, living in West Warwick for a couple of years, I was looking around for shows, and I saw that there was, I think it was an RWA show, um, that was using the space
Yep.
for what was known as the XWA Event Center.
Yeah.
They were using the space. I don't know if it was RWA. It could have been another little
Yeah.
promotion using the spot. But they had a show running out there, and I went to go check it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Um. It was just like little pop-up show,
Yeah.
and a few people there. Man, I just came in, paid a few bucks, sat down, watched the show. I saw a lot of different guys. I saw Baker's sons have a
Yeah.
match against each other. I saw Mike Bennett go against Vinny Marseglia
Wow.
in the main event of that show.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool little moment that sticks in my mind as like a fan was
Yeah.
I'm like sat there in the corner by the guardrail uh in a Macho Man t-shirt.
Yeah.
You've seen it. It's
Yeah.
like the one with the glasses with
Yeah.
him pointing inside it with Macho Man. I forget the like a violet color.
Hmm.
I reached up to get a fist bump from Mike Bennett and he gave me one and he was like, I really like that shirt. And I was like, oh fucking
How
like
old are
there's a
you at
lot.
the time?
I think this was I was 16 years old
Nice.
and right there. Um I also knew that there was a school being run out of the same place at
Hmm.
the when I was looking for this event and it was only a few minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Like it was a 5 minute walk
Yeah.
away from my house. So it was like, why not? It's
Yeah.
right here. And after that show was done, I just went up to Wrecking Ball Legursky, who
Yeah.
was performing, and I asked him, I was like, "Is there anybody I could talk to uh, about training?" And I'm like, this tiny little skinny boy just looking up
Yeah.
the beast, and he's like, "Yeah, hold on 1 second," and then he brings over um, Mike Antonucci,
Nice.
and I ask him, any what are the details about training and whatever, and he gave me a rundown. Train these days, this day, that day, the other, and it costs this much. Um, and they were having training the next day. I think it was this was on a Saturday. They had training on Sunday mornings, I think. So
Wow.
I'm gonna be there the next day,
Yeah.
and that was that was it. The rest
Yeah.
is history from there.
So when we
Uh,
talk XWA, I'm curious, like, what was like a day in the life? Not really a day in the life, but like a training for XWA.
a train for XWA. Well, one I got over there, it was still Matt Taven and Mike Bennett that were
Yep.
doing the main training.
Yep.
Later on, Vinny Marseglia would get involved in the coaching and
Yep.
as well as TK Orion. And for just like uh I found that Taven was really awesome with uh testing your agility in the ring,
Hmm.
trying out different ways to perform the different transitions and fancy moves and something with a little flair.
Yeah.
And was really good with the technicals as well, the fundamentals especially, and just like making all the little things count,
Yeah.
um, everything to make you more legitimate. And with Bennett, I found psychology was really, really huge. Char- Character for Taven and him
Yeah.
both really huge.
Yeah.
They were really good with helping you hone that stuff.
Nice.
And also Bennett, the technicals and like finding interesting ways to add a little flair to your repertoire,
Hmm.
especially when uh, you're showing more character. Depending on you know whether you're going to be working with a love dog or if you're going to be working with like an Anthony Henry, where you got
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
somebody here who's like a super awesome character, and somebody right here who's like a crazy butt kicker.
Yeah.
They were both really awesome with helping like the just the full spectrum.
Hmm.
They had their own unique ways of doing that and encouraging you to do better.
Nice.
Um, very constructive stuff. Of course I credit them majorly for what I do to this day right now. They
Yeah.
laid that foundation for me that I still use
Yeah.
to this day, on top of everything else that I'm learning.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about your first interaction with some of us. Somebody wants to join real quick. Oh my God. Oh my God. Live on the
Oh,
air. What's up, buddy?
what
No
is happening?
way.
Yo, best for
What are
business
we?
right now. I was just about to ask John Steele's first interaction with you, Joey Bones.
Our
Wow.
first interaction?
Yeah, Joey, before I ask Steele, what was your first interaction of John Steele? What did you think of him right off the rip?
Oh boy.
Like through training or, or,
Yeah,
or
like the
through like
first time.
matches?
Or even like growing up, like training with him every week, competing. Like, what was that an atmosphere like for you guys?
I mean, when I first, I mean, we didn't start that much after each other, so I wasn't really, um, kind of worried about. I was more worried about myself and like trying to figure out my stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Um, but like it obviously became clear as we kept training that he was one of the better ones in class.
nice.
Yeah, no, I mean
Joey.
he's always stood out.
Steele, what was
Um,
it about Joey Bones, you think? Did you like him at first? What was he like? That North
I did.
Providence guy, what was he like?
Oh, I second what Joey said when we came in pretty like very close around the same time. So we were both trying to figure out like what we were doing and where we stood.
Yeah,
And you know, I myself was much more worried about my positioning. Is this all gonna go well and all
yeah,
that? But I found to really respect Joey, and like he said, for me, it became clear that he was one of the better guys, like undeniably. So
yeah,
like, uh, I appreciated working with him because I felt like we were able to really push the school's credibility
nice.
with our work, especially
Yeah,
when we grew older.
And another thing to build off that is like it's tough when you're doing it 3 days a week, and then you got the shows on Thursday, and then once a month we were doing big shows, and that was just through our XWA. So never mind working at other promotions. So consistency's key.
yeah,
So you can see the growth from people who are there consistently, and myself and John were there all the time. We were getting there early, leaving late. So I mean, you could just see the growth was so much more than people who couldn't make it
yeah,
those 3 days a week.
yeah,
And it's not a knock on them. Everyone has their own schedule. Everyone has their own goals. But I mean, we used it as much as we could. We would use the open ring. We would do as much as we could to ultimately get that first match.
yeah,
And then just it pushed you to see like if somebody else in class got a match before you, you're like, oh, well, why did
yeah,
this happen? So it was almost like not that you weren't happy for him, but everything in life's a competition. So you're just like, all right, what do I need to do to get there? And I feel like me and John kind of pushed each other because we were at similar levels when we first came in.
nice.
Neither of us having any idea, just being
Yeah,
fans of wrestling. And then just having that person that you can almost count on in practice that like, all right, worst case, he's going to be here. So we'll be able to we'll get this stuff done,
yeah. Yeah. So when
So
we talk XWA, let's talk about it quick because Joey, I don't want you to get an accident on the road on Zoom or whatever. But I'm curious. We talk about XWA iconic. I remember the moment. We can start with whoever. We'll start with you, Steele. But what was it like to get that 3 count and win the XWA Tag Team Titles?
Oh, dude, it was an out of body experience
Yeah.
because with everything we had done up to that point and with the stakes, and we seriously had something to prove,
Yeah.
whether we were going to get our hands on those belts or not.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were put up against the workhorsemen was one, a testament to how far we had come that we're going to be in this position.
Nice.
And also when we did win those belts, it was like it was crazy. I was on top of the world. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. I was very consumed emotionally over
Yeah.
that because it was just so it was very a poetic way of getting to that point because if I'm correct, I went from face to heel and back to face
Nice.
at this point. So it's
Yeah.
like it was a huge roller coaster for both of us
Yeah.
to get to that point.
Yeah, that reign I remember iconic, and then wrestling off against Beer Country. Bones, what does that match, what does that reign mean to you guys? Because first students to hold those tag titles, I think?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I mean, you hear everyone's got their own comment about it
Yeah.
and whatever. But take out the titles, just being able to face Anthony Henry and James Drake
Yeah.
in their own regard was just unbelievable. And like, it was just fulfilling
Yeah.
to know that, we're training day in, day out for that amount of time that we finally, like, it felt not that we made it, but like, it was like, oh crap, like this is almost like that next step.
Yeah.
Like James Drake, Anthony Henry, both badass dudes. Like, I have the most respect for both of them. So being able to be in the ring with them was surreal. And then winning the titles from them, it like almost doesn't even seem real that we're talking about it,
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't the longest run, but whatever. I mean,
The
we held
moments were
belts.
there.
So I mean, that's all it's about. I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun. My family was there, so it's something that they can't take away from you, even though there were comments made, but it happens. People
Yeah.
people who don't have the belt around their waist want the belt around their waist. So
Yeah.
and I don't blame them,
Yeah.
because everyone it's a fight.
Yeah.
It's a competition, and I mean, wouldn't trade it for the world. And then stepping in the ring with Beer Country
Yeah.
once we had the titles, like, again, two badass dudes at the time, like, and still,
Yeah.
so just that period was a lot of fun. And I remember it was weird because me and Steele were kind of feuding, and then like we had to kind of put that feud to the side because now we're tag champions, not even just tag partners.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an interesting storyline. It was fun. And I wouldn't trade it. It was awesome.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in, Joey.
Hey, guys, take it easy, and maybe I'll see you in a month or so.
Oh,
Hey, might see you in a little bit. Might see you in
Have
a
a
bit.
good one, guys.
yeah.
Take it easy.
See ya.
So, Steele,
Wow.
we talk about it. I was trying to do the run, and he was texting me earlier about it when I was interviewing you. But I'm curious. I know a lot of the XWA guys talk about it. It was either a battle royal or something. What was the first time you had a match?
First time I had a match. Well, like you said, everybody gets a battle royal
Okay.
at some point. So I know I'll be honest with you, Coach. My memory is very shaky.
Yeah,
So
okay.
like I might mix timelines.
Yeah.
I might confuse where matches were held
That's
where.
fine. I just do the same.
But I have like vague like images of like what was going on or where it was happening. But
Yeah.
I would say I'd say my first battle royal happened at XWA.
Yeah.
Really funny thing about that match, which is topical to this current point in time as we hold this interview.
Mm.
Those trunks that I was wearing in that battle royal, were actually given to me by a one Antonio Atama.
Wow.
I think I had some cheap little trunks or tights, that I just to have something
Yeah.
to go out in and like call it gear. And he was like, "No, you're gonna just here, take these." So he gave me his old, well, now old, his black and red trunks that he would wear way back,
Mhm.
and I just put him inside out, put him on, went out there, and that was that.
Nice.
There's pictures that I got that are somewhere where you
Yeah.
can see me and Joey standing right next to each other, a couple
Nice.
of young, skinny little rookies.
Yeah.
So I want to bring that up because of what just took place last night as we
Yeah.
talked today. But I'd say my first match
Yeah.
um goes back to uh, 2017, some
Okay.
point mid 2017. Um, I think
Yeah.
there was a rental being held at the event center with a promotion. I think it might have been a place called MAW.
Yep.
Um, and uh, um, Mike Phoenix, however you want to call him,
Yeah.
uh, was asking the promoter to see if I could me and Nick Delta could possibly get a spot on the show so we
Hmm.
could get some reps and get some experience in front of people. And he's hooked us up with Stephen Lust
Nice.
for a little nice triple threat at the start of the show. And I can't remember too much of what happened from the match, but I was recently talking to Lust about it, and that was likely my first technical match
Nice.
uh, for a triple threat. But as far as singles, this goes to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm in this. I was coming from this feud with the Alpha Squad
Yep.
because they beat me up while I was working at the concession stand as the
Hmm.
popcorn guy. So after all of this, I'm starting to get trained and we're getting me ready for a big matchup on Throwdown. And I get hooked up with LTK,
Hmm.
which was actually just TK Orion under
Yeah.
a mask because he was helping us
Nice.
coach at the time. But I believe he was signed. So
Yeah.
he couldn't put his name out there. I don't
Yeah.
know how much this holds bringing it up now,
Yeah.
but I think the people there knew
Yeah.
anyway. It wasn't that much of a mystery. He was like the same big guy build, except he was in a t-shirt, jeans, and a
Yeah.
black mask, and that was awesome because
Nice.
I got to work at for the company that I was training at on one of their weekly shows against one of my coaches in front of friends and family,
Yeah.
and there was some build up to it. So it was
Nice.
like had like people to impress and points to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy building up to that first big singles.
Yeah, so when you talk about getting reps, XWA was ahead of the game. So what was it like being a part of XWA's having the Thursday night throwdowns? Because a lot of these indies, it's like one a month pretty much. Our Wrestling Open is starting to do it in other companies now, but at the time, like XWA was like the premier company. So for you, getting the reps, storylines, everything, what was that like for one of the wrestlers to be a part of it?
Um, it's it's crazy looking back on it because at the time I kind of took it as like this is just how things are in a
Mhm.
lot of places. I
Yeah.
knew that weekly shows weren't uh common in the area,
Hmm.
but um we got we got that push early
Yeah.
to work towards this sort of scheduling
Yeah.
because like you said, some places do once a month,
Hmm.
so their students are working their way up to work their monthly shows and hopefully get onto other promotions,
Yeah.
events and stuff like that. But like you're trained to be a you said like to be a wrestler is a part of
Yeah.
that sort
Yeah,
of
what
thing,
was it
right?
like? Cause like, how are the throwdowns? Cause I remember, I think it was 20P that said like there was some times you guys would show up and find out who you're wrestling.
Yeah, that's how it was a lot of the time.
Yeah,
There were certain instances where there was something special happening, so
yeah,
you're gonna get word about it early on, and you're gonna get prepped, and you're gonna train accordingly to
yeah,
make the most of that opportunity. But when 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 you're trying to hold like a huge reputation like that,
yeah,
sometimes sometimes things just come together the day of, and like
Yeah.
that's how we're playing. And sometimes it was a challenge,
Hmm.
sometimes it was a piece of cake, and sometimes you never knew what to expect. If
Yeah.
you were involved in something, in some heated feud, or uh, some you got some involvement going on, you got some like longevity being built up for your
Yeah.
time there. Like you got an idea of what's going to go down next week, maybe the next month or
Yeah.
couple months, depending on how much is being invested in you. But yeah, for a lot of us, for a period of time, it was just you show up and you see what's on there, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
let's do it. And you're not being told that this exact hour of the day we're gonna get the card and see who we're facing. Like
Yeah.
it'll come a little before show start, it'll come well before show start. Maybe we'll get word in that morning.
Mm.
But mostly everybody just found out
Wow.
uh, a little after they walk in,
Yeah.
a couple hours before showtime. And I mean, when you think about it, that kind of pushes you to put on a good show without anticipating like who you got.
Hmm.
Because when you're told like a month ahead of time who you're going to be facing, you got all this time to think about all this cool stuff that you want to do and what they could do, and
Yeah.
maybe study them. But when you just show up every week and it's like, all right, who is it today? It makes you
Yeah.
have to really uh, think quickly.
Yeah.
What's the best way I'm gonna how am I gonna make the most of this matchup, this moment
Yeah.
tonight within that small time frame?
Yeah. So when you talk XWA, I remember that Thursday Night Throwdown, $5, and the matches you get. Is there a match or two from you from Thursday Night Throwdown that stick out to you?
Oh man, from Thursday Night Throwdown,
Yeah.
um, I I would say it's kind of hard. We've had a lot of special,
You were on pretty much all of them.
yeah, and like with all of that in my memory bank, things
Yeah.
get fused, so it's
Yeah.
hard to really pick something out. But I want to say, um, when you show up to not some, but when you show up to this small and independent event,
Hmm.
it's a weekly thing, you might be thinking, okay, what are the usual like guys we're gonna see? Who are they gonna be put up against? You pay $5 at the door, and then all of a sudden, Leo Rush comes out
Yeah.
to have a matchup with somebody the likes of Blade
Yeah.
or Casanova or whoever like that. Like to have somebody like Leo Rush, who's built up like a pretty
Yeah.
credible uh, resume for himself, just as an example, like that's that with no like advertisement on it.
Yeah.
Like he literally just appeared, and people are like, "Are you kidding me? Like you
Yeah.
got Leo Rush in this place?" And it's like, well, who else could show up randomly on a Thursday night,
Hmm.
especially when the company is bringing in big names, veterans
Yeah.
to help with the school, who might make a little appearance onto either the weekly or more than likely the main shows.
Yeah.
Like Joey said, we had lots of days enveloped around this thing with
Hmm.
training, the weekly shows, the big shows, and sometimes we'd have like a little special like Saturday,
Yeah.
like super show or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
You
And the
had a
big
super
show,
throwdowns too sometimes.
super throwdowns on
Yeah.
top of that. So it's like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of um moving there's a lot of moving parts here, and the schedule's just
Yeah.
non-stop. And we're the guys that are hauling all the rings and the equipment,
Hmm.
all the pieces around and stuff, and helping out with setup where we can, and we're paying those dues, and
Yeah.
um, we're doing a lot very quickly,
Yeah.
which I think was a fantastic benefit
Hmm.
compared to places that only get that maybe once a month.
Yeah.
So,
When you first started, John Steele, what would you say was like the inspiration of John Steele? And were you the Phoenix off the rip, or how did that one come to be?
yeah, so it's pretty funny when it came to me developing a character. I originally, when I started training, was training to be a superhero.
Wow.
I was going to be a comic book style superhero. Um, and I was gonna come out in a mask.
Do you have
I
the
was
name? Do you know who you're gonna be?
I wasn't too sure. I might have
Okay.
I was definitely gonna stick with Steele
Hmm.
because that's just my real name.
What a name.
Like when I met Phoenix for the first time that
Yeah.
day when I was asking about the school before I
Yeah.
went to training, he asked me what my name was, and I said my name's John Steele, and he was like, "Perfect. We don't even have to come up with something for you."
Yeah.
So from that point on, I was gonna stick with my
Nice.
real name. But I was gonna have like this cool flashy gear with a mask on, and I had like a pose that was like
I
it was
love
like
it.
the hurricane, and
Yeah.
I did that springboard crossbody
Yeah.
as a finish, so that's why I started doing that because it was like the most heroic looking
Yeah.
athletic like the biggest flashiest thing I could hit, so I
Yeah.
was sticking with that. And I even bought I even bought shorts for it. They're here somewhere. I'm at my family's house. They're
Yeah.
somewhere, but I've got these big baggy blue shorts with Superman logos on the side.
Wow.
And that's what I was gonna be. And then at some point I wasn't feeling it too much. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more I don't even know, I guess wrestler
Yeah.
feel in a way. So when I wanted to do something different, I was offered to work to work like as the Phoenix with the Phoenix gimmick
Yeah.
as a way to help me um kind of get comfortable
Yeah.
with with some sort of identity, something to me that makes me special. That
Yeah.
was the way to help me move along, and kind of I ran with it a little bit, and then I moved on to something else after I had turned.
Yeah, so what was that like for you to turn heel? First time being a bad guy, but I remember like there were some key moments at XWA when I used to go. John Steele turning heel, that was iconic to me. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was really, really neat. After everything that I had done, I I was really looking to do something different. I wanted to move on from the Phoenix thing
Hmm.
and go for something darker. And then I turn,
Yeah.
and all this chaos ensues between me and Joey and the boss. And then eventually I start getting involved with crews
Hmm.
like Buff Inc.,
Yeah.
um, which eventually turns into Buff Inc. Incorporated, which
Yep.
then became the XWO, and
I was
that's
gonna ask your thoughts on it because people have mixed reactions. I thought it had so much potential at the beginning.
people had mixed reactions over the
Yeah, it
XWO.
depends who you ask.
Depends who you ask. Is that like, does it lean more on like the side of like the legitimacy of us, or
I know, I want to
just
say like
like the oddball pairing of everybody?
I think like yeah, I would say like I don't remember like how it formed. I remember at the beginning, but like I feel like people didn't know what to expect. I remember DMing you. I was going back at our old DMs. Like I had so much potential even at 12 years old. I thought I was gonna be like the most dominant force there.
It really could have been.
Yeah.
It honestly could have been. You had a lot of different guys involved in that. You had me, not too buff because he had to go away
Mm,
for a little while, and so that's when we made the transition from buffing to this.
yeah.
Um, me, Buff Dad, um, Morozov,
Yeah. Doc Shady, I
um,
remember. Yeah.
Doc Shady's Russian
Yeah.
alter ego. He got hit on the head too hard one
Yeah.
day watching some sort of I don't know. Who them two, we had Eddie Vegas in there for a little bit. We had Sean and Tom.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that I'm missing?
No, I think Two Buff was in it at one point.
Was he in it?
Because I remember the first photo, or one of the first, it was you four. It was you, Buff Dad, Doc Shady, and Two Buff.
That was Buff Inc.
Okay.
International. I
Oh, okay,
believe.
okay.
So like we were gonna be like a little we were basically gonna be like a mini version of the XWO. Just
Nice.
like a couple guys that had just a unity
Yeah.
that had really just like we just want to see what we could do together pretty much.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple more guys in and the opportunity to turn this thing into a whole faction. And
Nice.
I thought it was really cool, especially with the platform that we were given.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that we would be able to divide and conquer with this kind of thing because
Yeah.
everybody was working in different places in the area. So I thought we would be able to spread out and like kind of take over.
Yeah.
Um, but and it was cool that we had a good variety of guys to work
Yeah.
with. Everybody brought a little something different.
Hmm.
Um, but just things just things just fell through and
Yeah.
it just wasn't meant to be. And after a while, we had to put a cap on that. But it's I still think about it to this day.
Yeah.
I still fantasy book, what could have been with all the different guys that we had, and
Yeah.
I was really proud of that period of time, just
Yeah.
because like I was kind of put in this position where I'm like sort of this cultish
Yeah.
lead of an outcast group of misfits.
Yeah.
That's what we were. We were just a whole bunch of misfits looking to cause some trouble.
Yeah, so when I think about John Steele, I don't know. I think to me, maybe there's one match that always stand out for me. So I'm curious your thoughts. And if you had a hand in picking your partner, Joey Bones and Thrillride against you and Mike Verna. You wanted to be the superhero at one point, so you picked the superhero. But did you have much say on who you wanted as a partner? But I was a good match no matter what.
It's funny. The so yeah, there's a very deep rooted connection that kind of comes together with this matchup. With me choosing Mike Verna, I was looking to be a superhero,
Yeah.
so there were instances where me and Mike would cross paths, and he helped me along in some of my time as a babyface. If I'm correct, he
Hmm.
would help me out, and I would kind of be like the Robin to his Batman.
Yeah.
Um, and so I had an opportunity to pick somebody to help me out, and he was there for me when I was a young guy coming in. So and with what Joey had it with for backup, I
Yeah.
mean, I had to match that. I had to match that somehow.
Yeah.
Um, so it was Mike Verna for the pick.
Nice.
That was a pretty that I still I still can't believe that setup was real because that was a really huge event.
Yeah.
Um, that there was a lot going on that day, and it was very exciting. And
Nice.
I just the biggest moment that I always look back on in that match is after everybody just creams me
Hmm.
because that's what happened.
Yeah, at
Verna
the
was
end,
like,
yeah.
well, Verna wasn't hanging with what I was trying to do in order to
Yeah.
help us win, so he just let them absolutely beat the life out of me. Everybody takes their photos over me,
Yeah.
uh, pie in my face kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I remember just like sulking back after I just got defeated. I turn around to everybody just one more time and I give everybody the
Yeah.
classic up yours and
Yeah.
got that last bit of hate before I went to the back. And that really stuck with me because that was just one more moment where I was like out there in front of
Yeah,
everybody. They're just they 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 wanted to see me get beat up,
absolutely.
and I got beat up, and I got beat up in front of a lot of people.
Yeah. So when you talk about a lot of people, I remember this. I remember XWA buzzing about it. What was it like for you to be a part of Death Ray Vision's music video?
Dude, that is like one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Because that's my jam right there. I
Mhm.
love heavy music. I love hardcore music,
Yeah.
and I love Kill Switch Engage. And there were a couple of members of that band who were involved in Death Ray Vision because
Okay.
Death Ray
Yeah.
Vision was a little bit of like a mini super group. It was like
Okay.
guys from other notable bands coming together to create some new art. And for them to come over to XWA and like we had this whole production setup, it was crazy just because
Yeah.
like everything had to be shot in a certain way. We got the effects going, we got the fog, all the lighting, everybody's in their gear, and we got to go in there and wrestle, but not the way that we normally would. It's
Yeah.
got to be like made for, just this certain kind of entertainment in the music video. But it was just one of the coolest experiences, and I love checking out that video because uh, I first appear in that video at the start of the chorus, and I am like super happy about that. And it's
Nice.
with me hitting my DDT
Yeah.
finisher on top of that, so like it so sweet to be a part of that. I love seeing the pictures of us with the band.
Yeah.
Getting to chat and hang with them was cool. I really, really wish I could have gotten my hands on one of their T-shirts, but at the time they just didn't have enough of those because
Uh,
they had like the cool eye and the
yeah.
lightning bolt deal, whatever. And God, it was such a cool experience, and so many great guys involved in that.
How long did it take to like film the video?
That took pretty much like the whole day.
Okay.
Um, because in the music video, there's this like thing going on where the guys are like hanging out in the back, and then they're told that they got to wrestle. So then we took some of the guys that were training at the XWA, and they were playing the roles as the band members. Like the
Oh.
band members were given these ski masks
Hmm.
to put on before they went out. So if you watch the video, you'll see the band members go from backstage to the ramp, and like every person that comes out is just like a wildly different looking guy. Like uh like uh, like and if you look at the band members, they're all like regular build like
Yeah.
guys. But we had like Bullet, Joe
Yeah.
play as one of them, Joey Bones play as one of them. We had another larger fella play as one of them. And like the whole idea was that they're gonna get beat up by all these wrestlers.
Ah.
Um, and like, it was to promote one of their new songs that was
Yeah.
a real hit. That was such a cool,
Yeah.
such a cool experience.
So when we talk about John Cena's career, I'm curious. So you mainly do XWA, but XWA starts to fizzle down. But to be a part of the final ever XWA Thursday Night Throwdown, I'm curious, what is going through your mind as you're spearing two buff right through that stage?
Oh, geez. I it's one of those moments where like you can't think too hard about it. You just gotta go
Yeah.
and put the pedal to the metal and just go. Just
Yeah.
hit it.
Now I
Right,
could be wrong.
right.
Didn't you do a spear first or something and it didn't like go or anything?
Yeah, so there was a lot going on at that point in the
Yeah.
match. Joey had just jumped off of the area above concessions,
Okay.
um, like right before I did the spear. So, uh, whether whoever listens or not wants to believe what actually had gone down, I went to spear him and he didn't go through immediately.
Okay.
But thankfully, because of that, everybody that was looking at Joey and whoever on the floor over here was immediately diverting their attention over to what that loud bang was. So they see, so you see two buffs sitting there in a dent in the wall, and
Yeah.
I came down that ramp and I just floored it all the way up and boom, right
Yeah.
through that wood. And the stage comes down and it's a whole scene.
Yeah.
But I would say right before we go for it, um, I'm just thinking this is it. This is
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Right here. We got
Yeah.
to we're breaking this place down. We're tearing it down right now.
Yeah.
What is it like?
You went out with a bang.
Went out with a bang. That
Yeah.
was it. I had to go out with a bang. And if this is the last time that we're gonna be here, then we're tearing the establishment down, man. And Two Buff was just at the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Insane.
And just sitting back there while everything comes crashing down, it's like, man, I really hope I don't get crushed by some debris, because that whole thing collapsed. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I love it. So
and
we talk.
Everybody came unglued for it.
Yeah, iconic for XWA. When we talk XWA now, I know they don't do it now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do a resolution down the line. However, the last resolution, I believe, what was it like to finally win the FireBrand championship?
Oh man, well,
oh my God, it's. Oh my God, it's still here. I love it.
It's still here, man.
Wow.
It's still here.
Yeah.
See if you could.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That belt is
safe
sick.
and sound.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it somewhere nice.
Are you keeping like numbers? Like how many days you up to now as champ?
I'd have to look back on the date that I won that belt. That would take me 2 seconds, but
Yeah.
it's been a minute though.
Longest reigning right there.
Longest reigning, undefeated.
Yeah, I love it.
To be involved in that match was spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, this was pretty good after Thursday nights had stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And so once XWA kind of stopped, I honestly got like, I wasn't doing too much after that.
Yeah.
I had hit a couple shows in other places here and there, just trying to find some footing in other places, but I wasn't doing too much. This could be a whole other conversation, but just to get to your question, to get that opportunity after not doing too much for a little while, I was literally asked the week before
Wow.
the show, and I think the show was announced like maybe a few months beforehand.
Wow.
Like I think it was advertised. I mean, it had a pretty good turnout, so I mean, it was announced well before it actually started. But I was given an opportunity to be in that match like a week before, and I wasn't training for a little bit either. I was just taking a break, and I took it. Really dumb, but I took it anyway with like minimal prep time. I try to get some rust out for it. I was going into a ladder match with a lot of players.
Yeah.
And this was my first ladder match on top of it. So like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna try to make the best of this and tear the place down again.
Yeah.
Because some of us, including myself, weren't even sure if we were gonna have another big show.
Yeah.
After this one, a lot of people were getting hope because they didn't hear anything for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then this show comes up and everyone's like, whoa,
yeah,
they're back. Okay, let's go. We have this show and people are still wondering when the next one's going to be.
I was going to ask you, do you think there's another one going to happen down the line?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
I'd rather Uh, I'm I'm happy with where it's left off.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not sit and like anticipate or like whenever if it happens, it's gonna be the coolest thing in the world,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be unexpected.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see what's up. Maybe we'll have like like a just some big special event.
Hmm.
Um, try to get all the players involved from the last one, and I don't know. I,
Yeah.
I don't I don't I don't have any idea whether there's gonna be one in the future or not
Yeah.
at this moment. And honestly, even if I did know, I wouldn't tell anybody because
Ah.
I wouldn't, man.
Yeah.
It's gotta be special.
Yeah.
Loses some of its specialness if I know what's going down and then I tell everybody
Yeah.
and you know, be cool to just drop it and then everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
Hey. And it would just be cool. It'd be cool if we could get another one.
Yeah.
But I think we capped it off uh pretty well.
Yeah.
It was a nice way to go out if it's out.
Yeah. If. So when I look at John Steele's career, I'm curious. So you go from the Phoenix, you do the stuff with the XWO. When do you decide to become the Lost Cause, and what is like the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so I don't think I've ever really taken the time to publicly like really explain what the
Okay.
lost cause
Yeah.
means. Usually when I tell people what my moniker, my nickname, whatever, I tell them it's the lost cause, and immediately people think it's like a self-deprecating kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like I'm claiming to be like some sort of a like a loser,
Yeah.
lack of a better term, something like that. Like it was really just like uh it was really more of like a mantra for how I felt when I was coming up because I had some point I developed a bit of a chip on my shoulder
Mm.
um as we're developing more in our training and at some point I kind of got out of shape a little bit and like I wasn't doing as well in training for a little bit and uh I took those feelings that I got because there were a lot of people at the time that were like, what is up with this guy? What is
Yeah.
wrong with him? Why is he still doing this? Like he's not like he's not getting it. He's a lost cause. So I just took those feelings from that period of time and I brought it out later on and just kind of used it as like well, you think I'm a lost cause? Well, I'm gonna own that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear that. So when I prove you wrong, it's in a way kind of like throwing it back in their face.
Nice.
I'm taking that and I'll wear like a badge.
Yeah.
So the next time you see me, I'm gonna be killing it. And it's like, well, you're eating your words.
Nice.
And uh I just wanted something that was more here, like in kind of like coming from a real place.
Yeah.
And, you know, thought it sounded cool. There were a lot of signs at the time that led me towards using that. I just kept seeing the, the, the phrase lost cause, the lost cause around. And
Nice.
like, I'm just going to attach it to me and
Yeah.
help me kind of develop further. And it
Nice.
was all just to prove people wrong. And since I had started calling myself that, I've had many instances where I have proven people wrong.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I think it really came full circle
Nice.
for
Yep.
sure.
We talk about the lost cause, I'm curious, like you talk about it as a moniker after time. A lot of people are calling you a lost cause in a way, but like the appearance of the lost cause. So I'm curious, the gear inspiration, the mask at one point, like what was the inspiration behind that? Because I remember with the superhero, you said you wanted some sort of mask at first.
Yeah. So around the time I'm calling myself the Lost Cause, was if you remember, was this before or after I got the cool pants?
I forgot, but is this like with the caution tape you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember before or
Okay.
after, but I remember it. Okay.
So I started rolling with that around 2020,
Yep.
and then 2021 is when I'm really rolling with that last go at Throwdowns, and
Yeah.
that's where it was really kind of becoming its own. Um, I'm assuming you're talking about that period of time
Yeah.
with the gear,
Yeah.
starting with the mask and the jacket and the
Yeah.
pants,
What
and
was the inspiration behind that?
so I came to a point where they're starting to have the weekly shows again. I want to come back, and I just wanted to do something that I wanted to do, and
Hmm.
not something that I felt like I needed to do, because I just wasn't super sure about the aesthetics as a wrestler. And then once I found this idea to be the lost cause, um, I just figured, well, that's me. So everything else is going to be more me as
Yeah.
well. I'm going to start trying different moves that I like. I'm going to start wearing the way I want, uh, I'm going to start dressing the way I want to dress. And I just thought that gear was aesthetically really cool. I was
Yeah.
really into the look. I love streetwear, and so I decided that I was gonna pick up those cool pants and shorts, get them done up a little bit to be more me.
Hmm.
And I had a little bit of variety going on, and uh, there was some inspiration, like it was very Casey Jones.
Okay.
I love Casey Jones, and he wears the
Yeah.
mask. He comes out and he's all like raggedy, but he's ready to fight.
Yeah.
Um, the jacket, that was just something that I had seen in passing, and I was like, that's really cool, and that stands out a lot. So I'm gonna throw that on. The mask was actually given to me
Wow.
by somebody that saw what I was doing. It was actually given to me by Phoenix.
Wow. Nice.
I don't know where he got it from,
Yeah.
but he gave it to me. He was like, "Hey, this might look pretty cool.
Nice.
You're trying out new stuff. Just see how it looks.
Yeah.
Just go out there one day." Because I was starting to come out. Was like, I think this was pre-quarantine. I was in like a singlet and wearing a cool denim vest, and I was doing like darker stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
changing it up. And then I started coming out with that mask, and that was kind of the precursor to what became me in those cool pants, with the singlet, and I got the gloves. And
Yeah.
at that point too was like a period where I was starting to become really comfortable.
Hmm.
Like I started crossing that threshold of like, I went from being an absolute nervous wreck going out there to wrestle, worried that I'm going to look like a fool,
Hmm.
to let's try to have some fun and let's get the people in on this fun. And I felt like I was able to do that a whole lot more,
Nice.
try to get people to rally behind me. And I got a lot of positive word about the way that I look, so that just enforced it. And I
Yeah.
felt like I could really just hit the ground running with what I was doing. Because everything up until that point, I got help from, coaches and so and so and
Yeah.
promoter to develop something. But this was all like what I always wanted to do, and I just said, "F it, we're gonna try it out and see
Nice.
how it goes." And I think having that personal interest and belief in what I was doing,
Hmm.
had other people kind of hop onto it, like, "Hey, that guy's pretty cool. I like what he's doing, and
Yeah.
let's see where he's gonna go."
S-
Um, did you want to know about?
The caution tape?
Yeah,
Yeah. Where did that one come from?
I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah,
I
I
love
did.
black and
Yeah.
yellow,
Yeah.
and I even had like the caution tape style belt on top
Yeah.
of that. That was a nice signature piece of my look, and it's just a classic kind of combination of colors, and like it popped,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially in the darker venues. So
Yeah.
like that was and that look with the pants and the caution tape is what inspires the look that I rock now.
Nice.
Because after working a couple random pop-up shows, uh, after winning the FireBrand belt, kind of start lessening the bookings
Yeah.
and not train so much. And there was a long period of time where I wasn't doing anything up until late 23.
Wow.
Um, and during that period, I was kind of just like finding myself a little bit. I was kind of being a regular old Joe, and just figuring out what I wanted to do with myself. Because once XWA was gone, and other life events took place, I was just kind of like, man, I'm not too sure what I want to do with this.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna step away and see how that makes me feel. And after a while, I got that itch to get back, and I wanted a new presentation.
Hmm.
And I was playing around with looks before I had last left, wearing like trunks with the kick pads, and the crop top. So I decided to go back to that. Um, and that's what led me to wearing like the two-tone half and half trunks.
Yeah.
And that was inspired by uh guys like Samoa Joe
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Kenta.
Yeah.
And I'm huge into early to mid 2000s ROH, Ring of
Nice.
Honor. So all those guys I love watching.
Yeah.
Joe, Key, Punk, Danielson, uh, Styles,
Hmm.
Homicide, all the guys that were popping off at that time that came through there, just my bread and butter. So I base my look off of all those guys too.
Nice.
Um, and my signature thing is half black, half whatever color I could get my hands on. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the whole color spectrum.
Nice.
Uh, and after a while, I wanted my look to kind of exude the same feeling that that last XWA look had, because a
Yeah.
lot of people really liked that, and I liked what I was doing, but I felt like I needed something more. So I decided I was just gonna start patching up those trunks with like different things that I could get my hands on that I thought looked cool, because the
Yeah.
trunks that I come out to now, I make those myself. I design those trunks, so I just do them up kind of like you're working on an art piece. And
Nice.
and I try to change up my look as much as possible to stay as fresh as possible.
Yeah.
As you can see,
Oh, I love the
I,
cut. That's
I've
sick.
gone as far as to get this hawk because I've been dying to do something different,
Yeah.
and that kind of played into it a little bit.
Nice.
So like the look that I have right now is my absolute favorite, and just going to be adding more and more little stuff to
Nice.
stand out even more.
Love it.
The biggest thing too was like I hate coming out to have a match with somebody who's in the exact same color scheme as me.
Oh my God, this is why you're one of my favorite people. I hate that too.
Dude, it's just like I totally understand some guys just have what they have,
Yeah.
and gear's expensive, and if you're going for a certain look, you're not just dropping buku bucks on
Yeah.
whatever gear. That's why I'm making my own gear, because
Mm.
I'm financially like I'm saving money
Yeah.
doing that, and it still looks really good. Um, so it is what it is, but I'm striving to look as like versatile as possible
Nice.
and stand out any opportunity I can. I
Yeah.
brought like 3 or 4 pairs of trunks last night, looking around the room just to see who's wearing what, and if I have any room to wear something different, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
There's just something about guys with very clashing like colors or patterns
Yep.
that I think people can appreciate because it adds to individuality.
Yeah. So when
You
you
know,
talk about being comfortable, I'm curious. Winning the RWA Ocean State Championship, that reign, that feud with Denzel, and there was one moment too. I remember we're at that St. Anthony's Parish. You come out, you go right to the commentary table, get at Rossi's face. You said something about what he said on commentary, which I don't even think half the people watch the product, so I applaud you there. But you said something, then you went in the ring, cut a promo. So being in that element, I remember the old John Steele heel, but like this was a completely different new one. I loved it.
yeah, that's another moment that I'm really, really proud of.
Yeah.
I with that run, I was looking for any and all opportunities to try something
Yeah.
different and like try doing little things to shock people or maybe have people go, oh, whoa,
Yeah,
who's
that's
he
what I
now?
did. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, so the previous show, Bobby Rossi kept misnaming me. He kept calling me the lost soul.
Okay.
I was a lost cause.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that footage back and I was just cursing him from my house. Like,
Yeah.
because he kept saying it like back to back. Like it's not like he said it on accident. It was like, oop, my apologies. I meant
Yeah.
lost cause. It was he just he kept going with it and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna use this to uh kind of just I didn't tell anybody about it. I There were people that noticed that and were like, "You come on, man, he's really calling you the lost soul." And I thought I would get back at him without him knowing in a neat little way that kind of keep people on their toes.
Yeah.
And thankfully, one of your microphones was able to pick up some of the things that I said. I think I got the point across. And I think you relate the message
Yeah.
in that moment too. But yeah, I came out and I just decided I'm going to turn directly towards Rossi and I'm going to read him the riot act right then and there
What a
during
guy.
my entrance. Nobody knew that I was going to do that. I wasn't even sure whether I was going to do something like that, but I knew that I wanted to make more of that event, considering what followed afterward
Hmm.
with the match that I had,
Yeah.
which was 30 seconds
Yeah.
against Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I give Rossi the business, and then I go out and I have a nice little promo. It was
Hmm.
my first one since coming back, and I just wanted to get a message across. And it was especially cool because I really liked the look of that venue, and I felt the presentation was huge. And because I was in Pawtucket, my hometown, or the bucket, as I have it announced.
Yeah.
I was repping some Tolman High School
Nice.
cross country gear because
Nice.
I was involved in the team for a little bit,
Yeah.
and that was just a really special night because I was just feeling in my element like majorly, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to do something that the people would uh, see and like, man, what is going on with this guy's head?
Yeah.
Like, what crawled up his behind and died? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? He's yelling at commentary. He's talking all this trash on the mic. He thinks he's hot stuff. Like, it was a it was a really good opportunity to try to verbalize my intent as
Yeah.
opposed to just physically or visually uh, getting my feelings out there amidst the Denzel feud.
Yeah. What would that feud mean to you? Because that was like the first one of the bigger ones in RWA, and even involving winning the Ocean State Championship.
Yeah, so that meant a lot considering I took that belt off of him and he had the longest reign. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. Probably. Yeah.
So it was pretty major for both parties because he had the longest run. It gets taken away. Here I come out of nowhere after not doing anything for like almost 2 years or a year and a half to showing up. And after two or three RWA shows, I get an opportunity and I take that belt off of him.
Mm.
He has every right to be upset with me. And uh, I think those feelings kind of added to the feud because I'm into just be a jerk.
Yeah.
I pulled this off of you in like one of the dirtiest ways I could,
Yeah.
and I held on to it doing those dirty tactics. And it was a very great spotlight to be in because
Hmm.
one, that belt's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the way it looks. I love what they're doing with those belts. They all look awesome. Um, and you know, I was looking good. I was comfortable with what I was doing. We were trying out a lot of cool things, and to do that with Denzel was a perfect base.
Nice.
'Cause he's just a solid hero
Hmm.
that got something taken away from him, and I never let him get it back. So
Wow. Yeah.
so the feud is still deep seated for
Yeah.
sure. Who knows what can happen in the future, but I've turned a new leaf since then over
Nice.
there. Um,
Yeah.
so we're in good standing, but
Nice.
that was a really awesome way to introduce myself to or reintroduce myself to the RWA audience because I've did a couple shows with
Yeah.
them before, but not consistent enough for those people to remember who I was.
So when I talk about applauding John Steele, there's something that's crazy to me. I remember you would at XWA, and a lot of times for people at XWA, they just stayed there. But post-pandemic and all that, you were evolving, you were going to different places. So I'm curious, what made John Steele go to BioPro to train there?
Um, so I just I wanted to find a place that was going to give me a boost in the technicals.
Nice.
I wanted my style to lean more towards, as I mentioned, I'm a big fan of the old school Ring of Honor
Yeah.
stuff. So
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to kind of bring that and just looking for really good technical coaches. And Thomas Santel is the primary coach of
Yeah.
BioPro. Um, and I thought, well, let's go over and
Hmm.
try it out. And it's a little bit of a trip for me, but it was absolutely worth it to spend my time that I did over there
Yeah.
and to take away what I did from Tom Santel. He is awesome. Uh, one of my favorite coaches to have worked with. He showed me a lot of new things and a lot of ways to change it up. And Brian Malonis as well for period up until recently
Yeah.
was also coaching over there as well. And he's also fantastic uh, with uh, the stuff that helps you get ready for TV.
Nice.
Um, how to work under these restraints and ways to look more vicious.
Nice.
Um, that is a fantastic school. Recommend it to anybody in that area that wants to train to absolutely go there.
So
I believe it's one of the best in the area too.
so you talk
Yeah.
about technical. So what was it like for John Steele to go and train? I forgot, it was like a day or so, but CatchPoint.
So that actually wasn't a training session. That was
Okay.
actually a cross promotional event.
Okay.
That was the students of CatchPoint being put up against the students of BioPro.
Okay. Okay.
So everybody, me and the players of my class against the players of their class.
So what was it like wrestling somebody at CatchPoint?
Um, it was really neat. It's a different environment. I don't
Yeah.
know if you have seen any of them. I believe that they're being posted like once a month on the Beyond Wrestling
Okay.
YouTube channel. Um, but we just spent hours having back-to-back matches.
Hmm.
All the guys are surrounding the ring and
Oh,
just
I love
putting
it.
each other on, encouraging each other like audience members would,
Yeah.
but because it's with fellow wrestlers, there's like a little bit more added to the atmosphere because we're not just, I mean, we're all fans, but we're
Yeah.
not in front of just fans. We're in front of other guys that you could be in there with wrestling. And
Yeah.
uh, it was awesome. I loved
Nice.
it. Drew Gulak runs CatchPoint,
Yeah.
um, and he gave me a lot of great advice. I had a couple matches against his students over there,
Mm.
and in between those matches, he was giving me pointers and making suggestions, and even giving me a little bit of a challenge heading into that next match of that day,
Nice.
um, to help to push me. And I got that push, and I ran with it. And to take that trip over to Philly, again, I mean, I got to travel to a new spot and
Yeah.
in a new place with the fellow bio pro students who I absolutely love. All the
Yeah.
boys over there, great, hardworking kids. They're just they're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
They're killing it right now, but they're gonna do great things. So to go over there and do all that with them, work with Drew Gulak and his students, one of the best experiences I've ever had
Nice.
in wrestling. I will do that 10 times over
Nice. Yeah.
just to experience walking into this new environment,
Yeah.
to be tested in front of brand new people, in front of somebody as notable as Gulak,
Yeah.
who works a style that I can very much appreciate because he is that, like, he's gonna stretch your muscles, he's gonna beat you up, and you gotta bring it.
Yeah.
And everybody that day brought it.
Yeah. Speaking of bringing it now, PvP, they are huge on factions, and some of them click and some of them don't. But we talk about factions and PvP. What was it like John Steele getting added to Disorder? Because this Keith Youngblood, AJP, John Steele, pen to paper 5, 10 years ago, like people wouldn't believe this, but you guys have made it work.
So it's really interesting to have the three of us come together
Yeah.
over in a new spot to create this union for Disorder. We just recently added a new member, Scotty Wild,
Nice in PvP. Yeah,
who
nice.
is
Yeah.
very much known to be a big baby face over there. So for him to join us has already made a major impact. He just recently had his first match after aligning with us and successfully defeated one of their other heroes. And to be involved in this has been very interesting
Nice.
because we're coming in with a unique mission statement where we're gunning for everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if you're good, it doesn't matter if you're bad, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're loved or hated. Uh, we're just congregating to cause some chaos, and we're going after any and all champions, and we're still developing our identity,
Yeah.
but we're making our message known that we are the embodiment of your grief and we are going to beat up all of your heroes. Nothing's off the table. But to work with Keith, Youngblood, and AJ and Scotty like this is really cool because I've
Nice.
known these guys for a while, and
Yeah.
for us to be put together like this um, is it's very very cool, and
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have next because
Yeah.
doing a lot of cool stuff, and there's just so much room for us to really make an impact, and it's great for all of us to be able to work with those guys over there because Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling has a lot of major players that go through there.
Yeah.
So to get a shot at anybody over there will do great things for our our careers, our resume.
Yeah.
Well, uh, we got a lot of cool things planned out, so we're just
Nice.
gonna continue slowly developing and thickening the uh, kind of the identity, the development of this new faction.
Nice.
And
So when
I
I
don't
look
think
at,
they've had I don't think they've had anybody like us over there just yet. So we're really trying to leave a lasting impression as much as we possibly can.
yeah, I was gonna say like when I look at 5 or 10 years ago, you think about like John Steele's the Phoenix, AJP, and Keith Youngblood with like Adrenaline Rush. Like I would have never thought this happened, and you guys are making it work.
Right. Considering all the different places that
Yeah,
we're coming from and where, like you said, where we were 5 years ago, where
yeah,
we were a few years before that, a couple years before that. Um, Oddly, we were all very similar at different points of our individual careers.
okay, yeah,
Um, when you think about it, just kind of like how we've presented ourselves over time, and you when we got put together, it was very clear just looking at us that there's besides similar like features, like there's just something where it's like these guys like fit real well
nice.
together. And we brought on Scotty, who also fits that mold, and we just were developing a synergy that I think could be taken to other places. If not, definitely leave an explosion at PvP.
Yeah,
Uh, just anybody and everybody stay tuned for that because there's a lot of players that we haven't even touched just yet
yeah.
that will be big business over there. So I'm excited to see where that gets taken.
I'm curious, when you look at your career, is there like a favorite venue that you wrestled at that sticks out?
Oh man, I was thinking about that a lot not too long ago,
Yeah,
and I was huge at the place for XWA's Resolution and Rumblelution,
yeah,
or Rumblelution, or whatever that
yeah.
cross event was. I believe it was in that big hall. What was the name of it?
Not Bristol, no.
No.
I know the exact place. I forgot. It's a show with like Kurt Angle, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
it was with Kurt Angle. I think that was the Rumblelution. Yep, that
yeah,
was that was the one with Kurt Angle. Super pretty venue.
yeah.
Um, felt big time. It was big time. Um, and it hosted what that event had perfectly. Um,
Plymouth? No, I forgot the name of it.
I think
It
Plymouth.
might have been.
I know which one you're talking about. There's
I'll put the photo in. I'll
wait,
put.
wasn't it the wasn't the Brown University?
Brown was no. Brown was the first time. That was like the Rey Mysterio Ricochet show. That was
That
like
was
my
Rey
first ever indie.
Mysterio, Ricochet. That was your first indie?
Yeah,
Wow, that's sweet, dude.
yeah.
That's a pretty good one to hop in on
All
because
because TJ Marconi and Casey Navarro texted me they were gonna be on the show.
oh well there you go. That's
Yeah,
awesome, bro.
yeah,
I'm so glad that's the first experience like that you had because that was a really cool show and I really liked that venue too. I thought
yeah.
I was thinking about that one. That one was a really sweet place just to be in. It felt classic, but also it was big, like all those big time places. And there was another one that I really like. I really like the places that RWA is working out of
Yeah,
these days. The church in Pawtucket that we just talked about.
yeah, the
That's a really
atmosphere, yeah.
that's a really lovely atmosphere, and the way that they had set up everything in that last show,
Mhm.
I felt was perfect. I believe that was the one when they added the ramp
Yeah,
onto the stage, and it's like that's excellent. It just
nice.
looks really cool. Um, and I don't know. I'm not particular with venues, but when there's a place that hits it for me, it really hits it. Like there's that other church in Providence,
Yeah,
that RWA works out of, which is it's smaller, the ceiling's not super
yeah,
high. Um, Thankfully they got like food and drink
yeah.
to
They
sell.
serve beer in a church.
They serve beer in a church, and isn't the priest a wrestling fan
Yeah, he
too?
loves wrestling.
Yeah, he helped make that happen.
Yeah.
It's a smaller venue, but it's a cozier venue, and I
Yeah.
kind of like those two. I kind of like the atmosphere that provides as well, because even though you're using kind of the lame lighting, uh, it works well enough to still put on a good show, and it's not taken away from what we're presenting.
Yeah.
So, I love big, spacious venues like the one at Rumblelution. That's probably my favorite big one
Yeah.
to have done stuff out of. Um, but NRG, they recently stopped hosting shows out of the venue, but I'm not sure if it's still called it, but I believe it was the Be Balance Fitness
Yeah.
Recreational Center in not New Bedford, maybe the New Bedford
It
area.
might be New Bedford.
In the New Bedford area, somewhere around there. I really like the feel of that venue too.
Nice.
Uh, the wall, there's like a full wall that's like all red, and then another one that's all black, and it's just like a tiny little like basketball court area, but
Yeah.
it has such like an old school like sporty athletic
Nice.
feel to
Yeah.
it, and with the lights that are already in there, it gives it kind of a showy look. So and the floor is all like padded, and when you throw a wrestling ring in there with a little stage and you got the music and the effects going, it's like a really cool, like, it's small, but you fill it up and you got a good show.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's cool. It's got character to it. I like places that have character to them. Um, so to answer your question,
Yeah.
we're gonna go with that venue. I wish I could remember the name of it
Yeah.
right now.
Plymouth like Memorial Hall and no, I can't no, something like that.
Yeah, I'm also the people will know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You'll throw up the name of it
Yeah, I'll put it
somewhere.
up there.
That place is really lovely, and I hope to get a chance to work out of a place like that again, for
I'm
sure.
curious when you look at your career, is there like one or two instances that you think maybe were your biggest tests or challenges and your biggest like opportunities in wrestling?
Biggest tests and challenges, that these all of these titles that we had just mentioned, those came with major challenges.
Yeah.
Like to get the tag titles off of
Yeah.
the workhorsemen, that's a challenge on its own, because those guys are coming in with a different level of intensity than some of the guys that we're training with or starting to have matches against, because they will they will beat you up.
Yeah.
If you don't fight back, they will just beat you up. And I
Yeah.
took a beating in that match. And I am so thankful, because I could take a little bit of a beating now. I
Hmm.
like a little bit of contact. I like
Yeah.
feeling when guys throw a wild shot. Because if it doesn't kill me, then I'm going to be able to give it right back. And it just makes everything that we're doing more legitimate.
Nice.
Um, so that was that's one of the biggest ones to me, just because of everything that we had talked about. Um, and for them to bring that intensity onto me, bring that intensity really, really woke me up to, like, some of these guys are heavy hitters.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna have to be a heavy hitter if I'm gonna survive anything like this again.
Yeah.
So I really took that with me going forward. Um, and I think about that one a lot, and that one plays a lot into the stuff that I do. Um, and there are also a lot of little things too. Like anytime I had some sort of interaction with a veteran or a legend,
Yeah.
um, you are 100% playing by their rules, because they know what's good. A
Hmm.
lot of them know what's good. Um, and we're trying to put on a good show. And when everybody's looking forward to what Gangrel's doing, I'm doing what Gangrel's doing.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure that I do it well. Um, so anytime I'm in there, anytime you see me in there with somebody like that, um, I'm looking to try and impress and be a good student and show that I can follow direction.
Nice.
Trying to think of any particular instances. Turning heel at XWA broad challenges because I have to take everybody that might have been into me as a good guy
Yeah.
and make them not like me so much.
Yeah.
Um, or to at least show them that I could actually be a scumbag
Yeah.
with everything that I'm doing and the things that I'm saying and flipping off the boss and yelling at old ladies and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, what was the other thing that you had asked?
Opportunities.
Opportunities. CatchPoint. That's probably that is likely one of the more major opportunities of
Nice.
recent. Just because I'm traveling out to a whole other world
Yeah.
in somebody else's school with the reputation of this school on our backs,
Yeah.
like um, with the connections that both of these places have for a nice cross promotional event like that. Um, you got to make the most of what you're given, and like it could open up doors for you.
Yeah.
And you could be called upon one day by either one of these places for a big opportunity. And that's what those events are for. That's what they're. Besides introducing new people to the wrestling fandom
Yeah.
in a new way with these dojo matches, uh, it also provides you with connections on
Nice.
top of that that can eventually turn into favors or jobs.
Yeah.
So, um, I'll say that one just because of how much time was put into it and just like it. I mean, I'm not everybody's taking a 5 hour trip to Philadelphia
Yeah.
to go do something like that, especially the younger guys. So I will definitely say, as far as opportunities, that was a really big one because if not me, it could have been somebody else
Yeah.
hopping in that car and taking that spot and getting that advice from Drew
Hmm.
Gulak. And, there was I did a lot of great stuff at XWA. I mean, I've already mentioned, I had the opportunity to be in the FireBrand match,
Yeah.
and that was offered to me, and I took it. And like I said, it could have been anybody else.
Yeah.
It was a good thing it was me because
Yeah.
I'm walking away with it.
Yeah.
But you gotta take those opportunities when they're being presented to you,
Hmm.
because they can make you money. They can make a really cool moment.
Yeah.
Um, and I am super appreciative of all the opportunities that I've been given, and hopefully I get much more sometime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, catch point. If anybody in the Philly area that happens to be
Yeah.
listening, go to Catch Point.
Nice.
If you could find it. That place is like finding Batman's cave in the
So when
middle
you
of the
took when you said opportunities, I'm curious. Nowadays, John Steele, you're not the same Phoenix I was used to, but what are the goals for John Steele nowadays in pro wrestling?
So at this moment in time, I'm looking to do a little bit more development uh, for my presentation. Uh, I got the look down. I got the in-ring stuff down. Um, Trying to create something that connects a little bit more with the people.
Okay.
Um, and that might come with changing my name, not John Steele,
Oh, I was gonna say.
the nickname. So
Yeah.
Lost Cause might not be the primary thing that you know me by,
Okay.
but what I am gonna try to do isn't gonna stray too far from what you're used to. Uh, if not, should add a little bit more to me that hopefully the fans and the people could hop onto. I'm
Nice.
not going to say anything because the second you put ideas out into the wrestling world,
Yeah,
somebody
somebody's gonna
else is
take
going
that.
to use it.
Yeah.
I've had ideas that I didn't even tell people, and I see it on TV, and I'm like, dude, why
Wow.
didn't I do that at the last show? Because
Yeah.
now that guy's doing it, and it's like nothing's original in wrestling, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm trying to find creative ways to make a little bit extra cash.
Yeah.
There's not tons and tons of money in independent wrestling,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to create some merchandise that's unique that anybody could walk in, check out, and go, well, it sticks out from everybody else's stuff, and you put a good deal on it, makes the people want to spend $1 on you to help support you
Yeah.
and uh, represent you on top of that. I'm trying to get as many people as I can to represent me, and I'm trying to do it in a way that's very unique. So I'm doing a lot of merchandise right now that's handmade by me.
Nice.
Um, and it's quite simply just representing me with my style. I got like bracelets, patches, and hats. You've seen the hats that
Yeah.
I design all those and paint them
Wow.
by hand, and it's uh it's just that was inspired by me not wanting to look too much like everybody else,
Nice.
like
Yeah.
down to the merch table. Yeah, it's a good idea to probably get some shirts and small stuff like stickers printed out just because that's consistent and
Yeah.
people will get into the consistent stuff. But a majority of the things that I'm trying to have are to stand out as much as possible. Like you're still getting a John Steele hat, but it's not going to be the same one as that person has.
Yeah.
You have a chance to get something absolutely unique, and that's what I'm trying to put out there.
Nice.
Like RVD, one of a kind.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, um, so everything that I try to do, everything that I try to create, I try to make it one of one,
Nice.
one of one, non-conformal, um, and as special for the individual as possible.
Mm.
You know, just just a way to stand out. And
Yeah.
if I can make a few bucks doing that on a show, I did pretty good last night.
Nice.
Um, so if I could get that on top of having really quality, entertaining matches,
Yeah.
I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
Um, and that kind of is like the mid goals. Major goals right now. Just just trying. I'm just trying to get an opportunity at another major spot.
Nice.
As many major spots as I could get to,
Yeah.
actually. But right now, with this development of the stuff that I'm creating, I'm trying to set myself up to put something big and new out there.
Nice.
You know, coming with the
Yeah.
haircut, the style, the merchandise, everything. So real soon, I'm hoping to have something new to present to people.
Nice.
And as far as style, try to bring something a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
And the stars are aligning pretty well so far. So I'll just say stay tuned and keep watch of social media.
Yeah.
Follow the links that my boy here is going to put up
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
Um, so keep your eyes out. Boys just
Yeah.
trying to have some good matches and make a few bucks and entertain the crowd.
Nice.
That's ultimately what we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
Well, John Steele, I want to thank you for joining me. However, I've been interviewing you the same now. The day you decide it's all done in pro wrestling, which obviously I don't hope is anytime soon, but the day you decide it's all done, what do you want John Steele's legacy in pro wrestling to be?
That's a really it was really funny when I saw like the list of suggested topics that you had
Yeah.
given me before this, because before that I was heavily pondering that question myself.
Wow.
What's legacy
Yeah.
that I want to leave behind? Because I never really thought about it hard. I was preoccupied with what I was doing at the moment. I never thought about that, the
Yeah.
end. What do I want to leave people off with, or what kind of impact do I want to leave? seeing how some guys have capped off their careers, I was heavily moved by Hammer Tunis's
Yeah.
farewell.
Yeah.
He's running PvP.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably rather be known as Justin since he's all set with the
Yeah.
wrestling at the moment.
Well, retirements don't exist. He'll be back.
Wrestling retirement isn't real, but
Yeah.
for the sake of it, he's all in on the promoting and the booking.
Nice.
I was heavily moved by that, and I've fantasized in my head down the road what it would look like to do something like that.
Wow.
If I'm in a point in my life where I'm not doing big time, but I'm doing well enough to where I could end it on my own terms the way that he did.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that the thing that I would leave behind from that would to maybe run shows the way that he does.
Yeah.
If at some point I start picking brains more of how to promote and book
Yeah.
shows, like the real business side of it. I've also wondered what the path would look like if I make it big time or if I'm just indie guy,
Mm-hmm.
because two totally different kind of
Yeah.
paths that take place, and like you never know what's going to happen anyway. I could get
Yeah.
signed and then I could not get renewed or released, and
Yeah.
then then I go back on the indies and then I have to redevelop myself, and that could go really, really good. It could go okay, or it could go nowhere.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately, um, uh, I guess especially with what I'm doing right now,
Yeah.
the biggest thing that I would want to leave behind is just like the idea that standing out um, isn't bad at all, and hopefully more people will want to be wrestlers and not do all the things that everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Look the way everybody else looks. Take the path the way that everybody tells you that you need to take the path.
Yeah.
Like, because there's a lot of stuff that I would love to do in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just at the moment not sure exactly what I want to go for.
Mm-hmm.
And really dive into. But I would love to somehow blow up the area for wrestling and do something some way somehow to make Rhode Island and New England wrestling like just the absolute best that it could be.
Yeah.
Whether it's bringing it to a direction, however I would do this,
Yeah.
I don't have a grand plan, but
Yeah.
I still got so much time to figure this out. But if we got to take it back to like a territory thing,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of like what Beyond's trying to do with working shows in Worcester and
Yeah.
Cranston, like
Yeah.
it's a small area, but you still got two different like markets right there,
Mm-hmm.
despite how small that distance is. And like, who knows what that's going to turn into? What if they end up having shows in another state?
Yeah.
What if they got branches? What if somebody else does that and they get branches? And
Yeah.
what kind of opportunity would that give me? Because I've always romanticized the idea of multiple, and I mean that's kind of happening right now with WWE ID and stuff, but to have multiple smaller companies be able to sign you and pay you good and pay everybody good and give people jobs, make jobs with this, because a
Yeah.
lot of guys on the indie scene, it's whether they have the time for it or whether they're willing to put a lot of things in their real life aside
Yeah.
to make this work. And the future's uncertain anyway, but Um, I'd like to just leave enough of an impact to the area to be known as a local legend, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Yeah.
That's like
Nice.
that's the ultimate one. I want to be that hometown hero
Yeah.
to somebody, and
Nice.
for somebody to look back and go, "Wow, that that that's my guy right there. He came from my dingy little town,
Yeah.
and he was able to work with the best of the best that the United States or this area is able to produce."
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of have that, just develop that record. Yeah, small guy from a small town, but
Yeah.
he beat up a lot of big names,
Nice.
and he made a few bucks doing it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's right now. Right now, that's all I really care about. If nothing else, I am super, super happy with leaving it off on that.
Yeah. Well, John, I want to thank you for doing this, man. I talk about it all the time. Like you and Joey, I was watching in middle school. Like you guys are the highlights. Like I would tell my friends, and like none of them cared about wrestling. But for me, like Thursdays, I'll look forward in school going to those throwdowns, and then eventually to call your matches and to call you guys friends, man. Thank you for everything.
Man, it is an honor. It's incredible to see uh where we're at since, because
Yeah.
that was quite a few years ago,
Yeah.
and we were all in much different places then.
Yeah.
Like I was just coming out of high school around the time that I started wrestling.
Yeah.
So like, for you to watch us since you were in middle school, and
Yeah.
now me and Joey are full-fledged adults.
Yeah. Now I'm in
Like,
college. It's crazy.
yeah, it's nuts, bro. It's
Yeah.
just nuts how time moves like that. But it's really, really awesome that just after all this time that we could do something like this,
Yeah.
uh, especially with the impact that you're making. It's
Trying.
really
Yeah.
cool to see. You're like one of my favorite, just like personalities
Thank
in
you.
this department
Yeah.
that's doing it in the area.
Thank you.
And I really hope that you make it, because if anybody that's doing this in the area deserves it, it's definitely you, man.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
thank you for bringing me on
Yeah.
your show
Absolutely.
with all the guys that you've already had on here.
Yeah.
An honor for me. It's an honor that I've been able to leave that impression on you
Yeah. Of
and other
course.
people that have seen my journey and everybody else's that I've been on shows with. Um, I really hope we could talk again on something like this. I hope I
Absolutely. Let's
didn't
do it part
bore you
two.
with anything. I hope I was a good
Yeah.
guest. I don't do many interviews like this,
Nice. Yeah.
but once I got the word that you were uh, gonna bring me on,
Yeah.
um, I'm ecstatic
Yeah.
over it. And before we finish off, I just have a little something here that I would like the people to
Oh
see.
my God, bro. You were like an OG. Yeah.
Let's try to.
Oh yeah, you can see it. You were yeah, you were an
There
OG
it
in
is.
that one. What's the date on that one? I put them all in there, unless it was there.
November 8th, 2017, man.
That's nuts. I was 12 years old. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I'm in the black gear, so this was after the initial white shorts that I had. So I
Yeah.
was deep in the baby phase one.
Yeah.
Uh, and I once we had this interview, this is the first thing that I was looking for,
Yeah.
because I wanted to bring you back a little flash from the past.
I was going through. I have them all in like sheet protectors and binders. I have your signed stuff. That stuff was like the coolest thing to me. Like wrestling, like it's starting to become cool. But like when I was in middle school, like I was known for being the wrestling like kid. Like that's all I cared about, and it still
Yeah,
does.
like I don't know if any of the guys have told you about it, but like to get to see another one from you, it
Yeah.
was kind of like a little event that took place. It was like,
Yeah.
oh man, he made you one too nice. He made me one
Yeah.
to show
Yeah.
pictures, and I believe the RWA at the mills that they were hosting shows at, they
Yeah.
had like a whole wall full of
Yeah.
your
Well, like you say,
your
like I tried finding ways as a fan to stand out. We talk about standing out in this episode.
Yeah, and it's not bad to stand out as a
Yeah.
fan. Uh, you're making the show, you're making the show just a little bit better, and
Yeah.
like it adds a little bit of community to it on top of that,
Nice. Yeah.
especially for these local places, because community is major.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but I still I I will cherish this forever. I'm
Ah.
actually looking to get this framed with some stuff that I got recently.
Nice.
So just to have like a little thing for my family to look back and all the cool stuff that I accomplished. I
Yeah.
wanted to add this because
That's crazy.
it's if you got a Coach C drawn from back in the day,
Yeah.
you better hold on to that because it's just it's just good. It's
Yeah.
just,
They
this is
stopped
what-
David
this is what
Baker.
wrestling does, you know. It
Yeah.
evokes that emotion.
Yeah, thanks to David Baker, they stopped because he told me, I think it was like, and I quote, they look like they were being done by Helen Keller. And I was a sophomore in high school, so I said, all right, pal, we're stopping those right now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, eventually, unless you're gonna go in a different direction with the
Yeah.
art style, I still appreciated it
Yeah.
because like it was kind of like getting your own. To me, it was kind of like getting your own Funko Pop. It
Nice.
was like, oh, we get a Coach. I got my Coach C drawn. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for this, man.
That's
Like,
awesome, man.
you know, just like the cool little stuff that everybody can, you know, that loves wrestling can appreciate. You know,
Yeah.
just bringing everybody together
That's
to have a good time. And this is like a small example of that
Yeah.
that makes me love it so much, you know.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Steele, for doing this, and thank you for everything over these years, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother. I really appreciate you having me again.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steele, for doing this, and thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. This was Best for Business.
Thank you for watching this episode of Best for Business. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, because this is Best for Business.